Hi everybody, this is Sarah from Serenity. Today's video is Leo's forecast for April 2020. This is a reading for Sun, Moon, and Rising sign in Leo. April's going to be a very interesting month for you, and while this reading is intended for Leo natives, there are thousands and thousands of you out there, and we're all at different points in our lives having different experiences. So this may not resonate with everyone, and that's okay. If it doesn't resonate with you, no worries, just pass it on by, and I do hope you find what you're looking for. So, Leo brothers and sisters, geez, right? It's been a year of years and it's only been a month. Yeah, March was a very bumpy ride. Part of this is Leos don't like being told what to do. So you may be feeling very claustrophobic right now, thinking about how March is going to unfold, and it can cause a panic, but just chill. It's not going to be what you think. Your restlessness and your energy right now just wants you to get out there and do stuff, mainly because you don't like being cooped up. I mean, you're okay to stay at home if it's your idea, but when it feels forced, and it is, then it's like, no, because we don't like to be told, as I said, what to do. How are we going to make it through April? Well, believe it or not, we are going to rest. We're going to rest and we're going to get our energy back under control. As we move into April, you're going to feel better because you're building a routine. The first couple of days of the quarantine, of course, were about trying to decide what's truth and whether you should buy all the toilet paper, you can't find the toilet paper, whether you should be really, really worried, or whether it's all a conspiracy theory. You know so many people and everybody is telling you something that it was just like an overload. So now into April, you have the facts, you have your routine, working from home is not bad at all, and now you start resting. You start catching up on some of that sleep, you start cooking, eating better, and guess what? You start feeling better. So you get your energy back. So you're going to find more clarity and more focus in April. You're eager to manifest now. You're getting an idea of what you want your future to look like. Things are moving forward. Work is starting to make sense again, and like I say, working from home isn't that bad. You're starting to get into the routine. The big thing is just make sure you keep an eye on the finished product and don't cut any corners or take any shortcuts. Put your everything into it and wow everyone with the finished product, because guess what? It's going to open more career doors for you later in the year. Also, depending on where you are in the world, we see the biggest supermoon of 2020, and this will give your intuition a big boost. You'll be more likely to be proactive, turning in reports at work and doing things like that ahead of the schedule. Just listen to your intuition. And this moon is called the pink moon, and it won't actually be that pink though. And it is the largest moon, the largest supermoon of 2020. And it's the first full moon of spring. So we're currently in the midst of supermoons, with the first having occurred March the 9th and the last occurring on May the 7th, but this is the biggest one. Certainly not one you want to miss, so if you can at all, take a peek outside, put your crystals out there, make some moon water. The energy of this moon will make you feel more optimistic too, because you are resting now and you're starting, like I say, to get a routine going, and you're starting to see that this is not the end of the world. Your circle of friends is growing too, so you're getting more information from people and you're getting a better understanding of how other people are handling this. So with this energy, like I say, you're resting more, you're feeling better, you're more focused, and you're more engaged with your family and the people that really are important to you. Record any dreams that happen during the week of the full moon, and also take notes about what's happening in the world and also what's happening to you personally and in your community, because you know this would be a great backdrop for that novel you're writing, right? So write. Circumstances have made your love life less than stellar in March, and part of that was just the stress, but April finds things much calmer, and you're more likely to also forgive and be more sympathetic to the community at large. You understand now that the people hoarding toilet paper and food are not doing it from a malicious standpoint. They're more coming from fear, so you can be a little bit more sympathetic. Your interpersonal relationships are also becoming more beneficial as we head into the last few weeks of April. You're feeling better physically, you're ready to go, you're ready to take on some tougher work projects as well. Anything you engage in towards the last 2 weeks of April is likely to be very productive and very rewarding for you with long-term results. You're going to be probably presented with several opportunities in April, and some of them are going to come out of left field and not be what you were expecting. Should you take them or not? Well, that's totally up to you. But if it looks like something that you can do and it will move you forward, then yes, it will probably be very beneficial later on. So another big priority for April will be working on yourself. You're going to be asking some of those deep questions like, what's your true purpose? How do you find meaning in your life? All these things will be a driving force for you as you do some soul searching. I think collectively as a planet, we're all going to be doing that in April. We're going to be looking for the message behind what's going on and trying to find meaning with it and trying to figure out how we go forward from here. And not just safety-wise, but also spiritually, physically. How do we move forward from this, and how do we get society back on track and take care of the disenfranchised, take care of the fragile people? And what can you personally do to help? So those are some really deep questions that you're going to be pondering in April. So, okay, I know that was a lot, but overall, love life is going to improve. You're going to come to a new understanding as everybody kind of calms down. Also, work is going to be great because you're going to be more focused. You're going to feel better physically because you're eating better and you're resting. So yeah, I mean, all in all, it's going to be a good month for you. Is it going to be ideal? No, not by any means, because you won't have the freedom to do what you want. Rephrase that. You'll have the freedom to do what you want while you're quarantined. So there you go. Could it be worse? Oh yes, it could be so much worse. So count your blessings, Leo, and know that this too shall pass. Okay, I am going to now shuffle the Ascended Master cards from Doreen Virtue, and we're going to draw 2 cards for a little bit more clarity and to see what other messages Spirit has for you. Not a surprise with either of these cards. Peace Offering and Teacher. It's time to reach out there to people that you've kind of gotten out of sync with, whether you had an argument, a disagreement, or whether it's a family member who you really just haven't talked to in a while. You're probably going to feel that it's time to patch things up. Generally, Leos are pretty easygoing and don't hold grudges, but we also don't suffer fools. So if someone is being foolish, asking for advice and not following through on it, we're pretty likely to just distance ourselves from them. So if something like this has happened in the immediate past, or even in the last decade, you may suddenly be thinking about this person and some of the experiences you shared, and you may be feeling much more sympathetic towards them and be ready to extend that olive branch and reach out to them. That doesn't necessarily mean that, you think you're wrong and they're right now. It just means that you can agree to disagree, and the relationship is more important than the disagreement. If nothing else, this time of quarantine and uncertainty can really show us what's important, and connecting with people that we care about should rank really high. So you're probably going to reach out to people that, you've had misunderstandings with during April. So that looks like it's going to be a really important theme for you in April as well. Connect with the people that are important to you, because you're thinking about them anyway, so you might as well connect, right? The second card, the Teacher, this is a really interesting card because this card is on the cover of the box. So this is the leader card, of course, which is what we would expect for Leo. This is the connecting with your inner teacher. Ragosi, the Ascended Master Ragosi, is also an aspect of Saint Germain. So we're looking at evolution, ascension, magic, powerful alchemy, coming into your own. All of these things, stepping up to being a leader, being your own teacher, being your own guru, stepping out there and helping others too will be a big theme for you in April. You know you have those traits. You could be a leading force in the community if that's what you decide to do. And if you don't decide to do that, that's fine too. But you have such a magnetic personality. People are drawn to you and they trust you. Another part of this though is be aware of that and use this power wisely. So April finds you doing soul searching, looking inside, like I say, being your own guru, being your own teacher, and asking those deep questions. What's really going to happen when we come out of this? What do we want to see? What changes do we want to see in our community and the world at large? And how can you find your place in this? What cause can you take up? Who can you help? What charity should you back? Those kinds of questions. Because definitely Leos are born to be leaders. Use that logical thinking and that intuitive power that you possess to really help people. So yeah, it's a lot for April. So we've got work going good, we've got relationships going good, we've got you reaching out there to people that you've kind of gotten out of sync with, we've got you making those projects appear like magic and finishing those big long-term projects as well. Things are flowing good, you're starting to get into a routine, you're starting to rest more. So yeah, everything is coming together for you. And like I said, it's not ideal, no, but it's making the best of a trying situation. People look to you for advice. People look to you for direction. So I think you're going to be in a better personal space in April to help them, whether it's your family or your coworkers or your community. So don't be afraid to step out there. The world needs you. Trust yourself to be able to shoulder this responsibility because you can do it. And now, especially since you're starting to feel better, you're starting to get your energy back, things will flow much easier. You're less worried or panicked about the situation than a lot of people. So lending your common sense and your strength to discussions can really help as well too. It's a lot, but you can handle it. You're more than capable. And April will actually be a very good and productive month for you. Just like I say, rest, put that routine and new schedule into effect, and don't be afraid to reach out to people. Don't be afraid to also state your opinion and talk to people about what's going on. Listen to their fears and help them see that this is not the end of the world. Okay, I can't wait to see what you manifest next month because we're going to have a lot of changes in May too, but that's a spoiler, so tune in next time. If you haven't already, please subscribe and like this video. Feel free to share it if you found it helpful. I am having some specials in March and April, and I'll put a link here to my information too if you would like a personal reading. Once again, guys, thank you so much for supporting Serenity and being a part of our family. Stay tuned for the next video. Reiki blessings. Bye-bye.